Hello! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. That was super sweet of you. So I am so excited to do today's video. Well, I've already done it. I'm recording it after I've already done the video, but I had so much fun making today's video because today's video is about embodying the persona of a Leo. Today I'm trading in my earth sign, I'm trading in my Virgo sash, and I am taking on that of the fire sign. Today's look is all about Leos. It is Leo season currently. Leo season is, oh, I don't want to say it wrong. It's between July 23rd to August 22nd. So we are right in the beginning of Leo season right now. So I figured I would pay tribute to my Leo friends and I would talk a little bit about the sign. You know, obviously I have a very amateur level of information. I am just now getting into Zodiacs, but I do find them very interesting, and I do find it very interesting that I tend to surround myself with Leos. I have a lot of friends who are Leos. I know a lot of people who are Leos, and you know a lot of people who are Leos too, because Barack Obama and J-Lo and Daniel Radcliffe are all Leos. So if you like the Zodiac and if you like makeup, please just keep on watching. Alright, so I already went ahead and primed my eyes with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eye Primer. I am ready to go in with some shadow. So I was trying to keep it minimal. I'm trying not to use a million palettes today, but I'm definitely going to be using the Proceed with Caution palette by MakeupShayla for Colourpop because, I mean, Shayla's a Virgo, but these are some Leo shades right here. Look at this. We got the yellow, orange, reds, burgundy, gold. Like, this is a Leo palette for sure. But let's get right to the shadow. Alright, so in the Proceed with Caution palette, I'm going to be starting by, I think I'm going to go into the crease with Caution, this beautiful yellow color. Of course I'm tempted to do the brown, but I think it'll be more interesting to go in with the yellow, and Leos are very bold. Leos are not shy, and they definitely wouldn't be too shy to use the yellow in the crease. So as you may or may not know, the Leo is represented by the lion. So that's why you'll see a lot of, obviously they're fire sign too, so the yellow, orange, and red are fire colors, but the yellow and gold represents the lion because Leos are brave and they are bold. They are fierce, if you will, much like a lion. I just love the colors associated with Leos. Like, of course Leos get the best colors, you know? People think of Virgos, think of earth tones and browns and neutrals, but like, Leos get the most beautiful, vibrant colors, and I'm jealous. Alright, so for my next color, I'm going to be going in with a smaller crease brush, and I'm going to dip into Culture here, just to provide a little more of a neutral transition color, because I'm going to be putting some orange all over the lid, and I want to make that a nice smooth transition. If you don't know any Leos in your life, or if you're not aware of any Leos in your life, there are many notable celebrities that are Leos. Barack Obama, Leo. J-Lo, Leo. Daniel Radcliffe is also a Leo. I find that Leos tend to lend themselves towards the entertainment business or anything where they can be the spotlight or where they can be a leader. Like, obviously we see Barack Obama as a former president, politician, and Leos make excellent leaders because they are confident and they believe that what they're talking about is absolutely right, and sometimes that can lead to being a little arrogant, but all of the signs have their flaws, you know? I think that Leos have really strong leadership skills and they're very entertaining. That's another thing about Leos, is that they are very theatrical, which, you know, sometimes leads to them wanting to be the center of attention, but I think a lot of Leos make awesome actors. I always surround myself with Leos, which is interesting as a Virgo because they're such different signs. You know, you wouldn't expect Virgos and Leos to get along so well, but I feel like my need for routine and their need to be spontaneous and be wild, like, kind of balances each other out, you know? Like, I keep them stable, I keep them close to earth sign, and their fieriness, like, makes me want to do fun stuff, pushes me outside of my comfort zone. Alright, so I'm just going to take a little bit more of Culture and bring it into the outer corner here, just to give myself a nice solid base to put my lid color on. Perfect. Okay, so now going in with my first Super Shock shadow, the one with the little pink flecks in it, I Like You from Colourpop. And I'm just gonna go in with my finger. I find that's the best way to apply these. And I'm gonna take it all over the lid. Oh, that is so pretty. I think that Leos sometimes get a bad rap for being this very like all about me sign, and a lot of times they can get miscategorized as being selfish, but I think something that's really appealing about Leos is how sensitive they are, because I think, you know, they're not like an Aries. They're not like this cocky, confident person that, you know, will kind of run over anybody to get what they want and kind of it's their way or the highway. Like, Leos are sensitive. Leos are very empathetic. They will listen to you, and sometimes they can get a little into themselves, but at the end of the day, they're not the most rigid, unchanging sign. Like, Leos are always willing to hear you out. They're a good friend. I found that Leos make really good friends because even though they do like to talk about themselves, they are also willing to listen to you talk, and I think it's important to have a balance like that, you know? Right, so now I am just about done with that color. So next I'm going to go in with my other Super Shock shadow, that's so hard to say fast, in this more light gold color, and I'm gonna put that on my inner corners. I'm also gonna use my finger for this. And then I am gonna take just a little bit of this gold in the Proceed with Caution palette, because why not use every single color in front of me and make this look really complicated? And I'm just gonna put that in the center. Oh, so pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna go back with this brush. And the best way to make an eye look super seamless is to keep dipping back into those colors, because you cover them up a little bit to make a smooth transition, and then you put them back to even it out. Now, of course, this wouldn't be a Leo look without a big, bold, beautiful winged liner, but I think I want to keep it a little smokier, this look. I'm going to stay in the Proceed with Caution palette, and I am going to go into the shade called Gloves On, which is a black with little copper flecks in it. I think something I admire a lot about a Leo is that they're not afraid to take a risk. They're not afraid to, in the makeup world, they're not afraid to try bold colors, but in their everyday life, you know, they're risk takers, and I really admire that about them, because as a Virgo, I sometimes get a little scared to try new things, get a little scared to take that leap and do something outside of my comfort zones, and that's just not a Leo at all. Leos are not afraid to take risks. They often reap rewards from that, you know, to those who, you gotta take a big risk to get a big payout, and Leos are always down to do that. I think that's why you see so many successful Leos in the media, why they become actors, why they become politicians, and they become so successful is because they're not afraid to take risks, and I think that's so admirable and so cool. Okay, now I'm just taking that color onto my lower lash line and trying to connect it to the top. Right, it's a bit of a bold wing, but Leos are bold, so it's fine. And I'm gonna clean that up a little bit in just a second. So why don't I go ahead and do the other eye? All right, so I went ahead and did the other eye, and then I just smudged a little bit of Culture, that brown color we put in the crease here. And I put that on the lower lash line. So now all I have left to do with the eyes is my inner corner highlight, which I kind of did, but everyone's inner corners are shaped differently, and the way mine are shaped, I kind of have to like two-part it. Like, I gotta get to the actual inner corner of my eye, and then I have to get to like my tear duct area, and it's just really only shows up if I go in with my finger. See, there she is. Fabulous. All right. Now, what's next? What's next? For blush, I'm gonna be going in with another Proceed with Caution item, and that is the Construct blush. I want to stick with a more neutral blush because everything else on my face is going to be super bold. I don't know if a Leo would do this, but you know, somebody's got to keep us grounded here. We can't be getting too crazy. Virgo intervening. But I did pick a blush that's a little shimmery because, you know, Leos are all about the glow for sure. And then I'm going to go ahead in with the shimmery bronzer as well. I already have a matte bronzer on from Colourpop, but I'm going to top it off with a little bit of this beautiful shimmery bronzer from Wet n Wild. Because Leos love to stand out, and the best way to do that is with some shimmer. I kind of went in on the blush and bronzer too. I was like, you know what, if I'm not gonna pick a super bold colored blush, I am gonna go in on the blush and I am gonna go in on the bronzer. Forgot to put blush on my nose. I always put blush on my nose. You gotta connect everything. Want to look like I was kissed by the sun. Leos worship the sun. They're symbolized by the lion, but also the sun. They're a fire sign. So definitely want to look like we've been around the sun a little bit, okay? Alright, so next is highlighter, and a Leo would definitely go for a blinding highlight. There's no subtle in the Leo's vocabulary. So the highlight has to be equally as bold and equally as vibrant as their personalities are. So I'm going to be going in with this Colourpop highlighting palette here. And I think I'm going to pick this like kind of whitey gold shade. It might be a little light, but it is super, super blinding, and that's just bold is the vibe today. Bold is the Leo way. So I have quite a bit of my brush here, and we're just going to go for it. Alright, so now that the highlight is on, it's all over me, I'm going to lock it in with some setting spray, and I'm going to go in with my Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist, because I have a lot of powders on right now, but I definitely want to keep this glow and even amp it up a little bit, make it a little dewier, make sure you can see my skin gleaming from a mile away. Remember, we're all about standing out. You have to use at least 14 sprays, that's the rules. But yeah, that's gonna give me a nice, beautiful glow. Alright, so now for the lips. The Virgo in me would really like to keep this nice and nude and nice and subtle to kind of balance out the bold eye, but that's not what a Leo would do. So we are gonna do what a Leo would do. We are gonna stay bold. So I am going to be going in with this beautiful Maybelline orange lipstick that I feel like I use in every single video because I love it so much, but I am gonna pair it with this lip tint from Revlon. So I really like this one because it comes on a sponge applicator, so you can kind of just like dab it on and it just gives like a kiss of color. And I think that the two of these colors combined is gonna give me a nice like reddish orange, and it's just gonna be super cute. Gonna use my finger to smudge it out here. Alright, so now we have our orange base down, and I'm gonna just give this a few clicks and go in the center with some red. Very pretty. Now it's like a nice corally orange business going on here. Alright, so I guess that completes the look. I am gonna spray a bunch more setting spray on because I feel like feeling a little dry with all this powder. I really went full glam with Leo look today. I have powder under my eyes, which I never do, but a Leo would never. Leos aren't about the soft glam. It's full glam always. We went all out. We used all the products, and now we gotta melt them in. Alright, so this is the completed look. As you can see, we got bold eye, bold lip, bold cheek, high shine, high class Leo look. I really like how all of these colors came together. I feel like I'm definitely embodying the lion. I'm definitely feeling very, very fire sign right now. I feel bold. I feel a little out of my comfort zone. Definitely feeling like I went maybe a little heavier with the bronzer than I thought I did. A Leo would not be self-conscious. A Leo would not be self-conscious about wearing too much makeup because the words too much are not in a Leo's vocabulary. Leos are loud and they're proud and they're bold and they're beautiful and they are just a bunch of fiery little babies, and I like them so much. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more Zodiac videos like this, please let me know. I'm probably going to do them anyways because I'm a Virgo and I don't need your approval, but I would like to hear it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested about any of the products I used today, I will list them in the description box below. If you want to watch another video of mine, you should because I have a bunch of them. If you've made it this far, just know I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bye.